I read the script, and it was, as I read it, I was engaged in it. And I can tell how good a script is. If you can read a script and you want to turn the next page, see what's happening, it's a good script. When I read Christopher's script, I was like, it was unique and it was engaging. The best part was when I walked in to meet with Christopher, he handed me a piece of paper and it had all the character names and it had all the guns that he wanted for them. He's a gun guy and I'm a gun guy, and it made my life so much easier. He's like, I want 1911s, I want a Galil, I want, snub nose revolver, I want a Ruger GP100. He was very specific of all the guns that he had in his mind when he wrote this for these characters. Chris brought in his brother, Doug McCory, Master Chief Doug McCory, Navy SEAL, to train the actors. And we spent weeks and weeks training every day. We'd go to the sheriff's gun range and we'd go through how to stand, how to hold a gun, trigger position. Too many times in Hollywood, people hold a gun and it's like, oh, we're going to do this. See people sneaking around corners. And Doug was fantastic. He's like, no, this is how you do it. It came from his Navy SEAL background, from his military training background. And then we kind of incorporated some what Christopher wanted in there. But we worked with these guys so it became second nature. So when they handled the gun, when they pulled the gun, it was how they should react. Taye Diggs and Nicky Katt, being the security guys, a little different stance, how they handled their weapons are a little different than, Benicio and Ryan did. So everyone's handling them a little different training. And I think it came across very well as mercenaries and, even the, security guys. When you handle weapons, coming from the military training, the reason you have a weapon is you're prepared instantly with it. If they're pulling it out and it's on safety, just making sure that an actor, if he has, a blank round chambered, that it's on safety and as it comes out. A lot of training with that. It gave them a healthy respect for what we were dealing with. And that respect, I think, transferred into when they're handling the weapons. And you treat the weapon as it's loaded all the time. You don't cross someone like you come right across someone, with a gun. You know where you're pointing the gun, and it does shoot blanks, but it has a lot of energy. Safety is 100% important. Christopher McQuarrie understands. So when you come across people in the world, people who get it. In his mind, already knew what the movie was. He'd written it and he was directing it. So it's a natural transition between writer to director. He knew how to interact with actors. He knew the story. And essentially in the edit, in his mind, he had it very well cut together already before we started filming it, of the sequences that he wanted. And it worked very, very well. One thing that Christopher was big on is let's rehearse. We set up these elaborate rehearsals. We'd walk through with the cast, dry rehearsals, cold weapons. You go through, line it all up. Then we talk about, the different shots that you need. Can I point a gun right at the camera? How close can I have to be to someone? And so the safety part from an armor and prop standpoint is like, these are what I can and can't do with logistics of a weapon. And then he'd tailor shots to incorporate that. So you can kind of get the feeling of danger and presence of a weapon, but the safety is still there on the set. Candy Koken, our producer, was joking one day. We were at lunch. So this movie's all about props, isn't it? I said, well, it is the name of the movie, The Way of the Gun. And the actors were very in tune with that. They liked to be familiar with their guns. Nicky Katt and Taye Diggs loved the HK USP9s. They wanted to be familiar with it. They wanted to understand it. Benicio and Ryan's characters, they are old school. They're traditional. A 1911 works just fine today. It has been tried and true for all those years. So you want something that's built solid steel all the way through, you go with the 1911. It's a short pump shotgun. It functions, it works well. Probably the most effective weapon that you could have. It is incredibly destructive. Yeah, that's a Galil. It's a 308, chambered in 308, 7.62. It's an Israeli weapon, very unique looking. It was funny because Christopher's like, hey, I want this weapon. And so I contact the prop houses in LA. I'm like, hey, I need this gun. And like, well, we have this, this, and this. I'm like, well, the director really wants this. They're like, okay. And so they acquired one and converted it to fire blanks, and that's how it went. The weapons are part of the character because it's who these guys are. Special effects is similar to props, but they're a lot dirtier. They're going through and, all these beautiful sets that Maya had, designed and built, and they'd go through and cut holes in all these walls and place squibs in them. And there was thousands of squibs throughout that Mexican brothel, everywhere. dirt hits. When you're outside, they have Zerk guns and everything else. And then a lot of this is timed to what my gun goes off of. So if they're firing a semi-automatic gun, it's bang, bang, bang. The special effects coordinator or assistant's back there with a control board going bang, 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 taking these squibs at the same time. So a lot of coordination between departments to make it happen. Again, in the world of wardrobe, the wardrobe have squibs in their shirts. So it's bang, bang, bang with the gun, and it goes bang, bang, bang out of the shirts. The original Colts. 1871, 1873s. It's a wheel gun. It's simple mechanics. You put it in, it rotates. Very few things to go wrong with it. It always works. Jimmy Caan, his character can't get any more old school. Just I have a tool and that's it. Juliet with that shotgun, she wanted to know how it worked. Somebody that is not familiar with weapons, their character should be familiar with it. So she wanted to take the time to get familiar, understand how it would work, and it paid off. Their dedication and the director's vision all came together, and it paid off very well.
Roll camera, please. Rolling. And action. Mickey!
I love it. I'm passionate about it. You remember the things that you really enjoy in life? Those moments, and The Way of the Gun was one of those moments. It was hard. It was incredibly hard what we accomplished, but it was fun. On this show, we made sure that there was the time to do the things we needed to do because it's preserved forever. I mean, that story is there forever. The true test of what a film is. So first year of Yellowstone, we filmed in Park City, Utah at the sound stages, and I'm in my office, and we're on probably episode 5 or 6. And Michael Friedman, one of our producers, he came walking into my office and he wanted to meet me. It was just, he just came onto the show, and he said, "I'm gonna kind of geek out a little bit." He said, "You did The Way of the Gun." I'm like, "Yes, I did." He said, "That's one of Taylor and I's favorite movies." And so again, it carries a lot of weight with a lot of people. I'm glad I had the opportunity to do it, and I'm glad I did a great job on it, and it was a lot of fun. But it carries across everything, and it's one of those things that influence. Steve Jobs said that the storyteller is the most powerful person in the world. And a great story, which Christopher McQuarrie told, I mean, he made an amazing movie, and after 25 years, it holds up. And people watch it, and it's part of who they are.